England rugby international Billy Vunipola has been fined by Spanish police after an incident in a nightclub that led to officers tasering him. Police say they arrested a shirtless Vunipola at 4:30 a.m. on suspicion of disobedience and assaulting a police officer, but Vunipola denies he was violent at any time. Eleanor Roper has more.
This follows media reports in Mallorca that say Billy Vunipola was tasered and arrested in the early hours of Sunday morning. Now, reports there saying that this followed a violent incident. We have now heard from Billy Vunipola, though, and he denies that any violence took place. I'll read you now what he's had to say. He's released a statement via his club Saracens. He says, "I can confirm that I was involved in what he describes as an unfortunate misunderstanding when leaving a club in Mallorca on Sunday." He says it got out of hand. He goes on to say that contrary to those media reports, in Mallorca, there was no violence. He says, "There was no fight. I did not threaten anyone at any stage. There were no bottles, no chairs, or anything else," he says. Now, he says, "I was charged with resisting the law and that following an express trial," he says he's paid a fine of €240. He says the Spanish police investigation is now closed and he will return to the UK today. He says, "I will obviously cooperate with the Saracens' internal process and I apologise unreservedly for any inconvenience to all involved." So those are the thoughts of Billy Vunipola following these reports which have been coming out of Mallorca following this incident which took place in the early hours of Sunday morning. Now, the number 8 played 75 times for England. He was playing for Saracens on Friday night when they beat Bath. That was in the Rugby Premiership. Saracens not due to play again now until the 11th of May. Now, we have also heard from Saracens this morning. They confirmed that they were aware of the incident and that it would be dealt with as an internal matter. But this further statement from Billy Vunipola himself saying that there was no violence from his part and his apologies to anyone affected by what happened. So that will now be dealt with, he says, and the club say, as an internal matter.